important issue. Mr. Speaker, a hungry man is an angry man. We know this. Protests normally are ways of informing the government of what people feel, particularly negative things that are happening now. We all know that, I don't know of other states, but in my state, there are houses that for a good 4 or 5 days, they cook nothing and they sleep on nothing and they feed on nothing. People now go out to beg. Even those that are not supposed to beg now go out to beg. People use their children to go to beg, both females and males. Insecurity is increasing by day because if there is any hunger, definitely there will be violence. That's the truth of the matter. We cannot now sleep with our eyes closed. We are always sleeping with our eyes open because children or people will jump from one house to another, collecting funds, and taking anything they get for them to go and sell, for them to feed. Mr. Speaker, we know that Mr. President has a very good program for Nigerians. We all know that. I want to appeal to those that are instigating this protest, because I believe there are people behind this protest. It's not that people are just doing it by themselves. And I think DSS must work hard to find if they can at least be able to scout and get those people that are instigating or the leaders of these protests so that they can dialogue, we can dialogue with them. Let's talk to them. There is no any meaningful achievement in any world without peaceful coexistence. And Mr. Speaker, we know that the hunger is so very much that we just have to do something about it. We cannot tell them not to come and protest when we don't tell them what we intend to do. We have to have a program. We have to tell them that really Nigeria or country is going to do something about this. Today I saw Mr. President has sent in to states 2020 trucks of rice today. Let's hope that the rice will reach the people, because normally things that go to state don't reach the common man. That's the truth of the matter. Not all the people that are targeted get what is in the market. I mean, what is bought by governors or by the states.
Honorable Talba, please can you quickly summarize?
So thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just want to tell you that there is a need for dialogue with the groups, and there is a need to find out the instigators and make them see reasons. And I also want to appeal to those that are coming out for the strike to please seal their swords and let there be peace. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, working alongside and in the same line with the previous speakers, I want to use this opportunity to appeal to all Nigerians, particularly the younger ones, the youth, the women, the vulnerable, that it takes a reasonable period of time to correct what has been damaged for a reasonable period of time. But remember, tough times do not last forever, but tough men do. And there is always a light at the end of every tunnel. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, this government is only 1 year old. We are appealing to our young men to give the government the benefit of the doubt, bearing in mind the people's-oriented policies, programs that is laid down or that are laid down for this government to pursue, especially in the area of school and students' loan. Just yesterday or day before yesterday, the President launched, under the distinguished leadership and chairmanship of a distinguished financial engineer and banker, Jim Ovia. And they stated it categorically that in the next 1 or 2 weeks, students will be allowed to have access to apply to that and checks have been transmitted or presented to some schools in the country. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we should understand that the current president being spearheaded by Senator Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a democratically elected president, and he has been a Democrat substantial part of his life. You cannot go to market and buy integrity. You cannot go to market and buy position. Asiwaju has been working on that, and I don't think he can do anything to destroy his hard-earned reputation and democratic capabilities. We should give him and any other stakeholder in this government the benefit of the doubt, so that at the end of the day we can come out of the quagmire the country is in. In addition to this, I am calling on the collaboration between the tiers of government, the federal, the state, and the local government, to be on the same page to bring an end to the current crisis we are facing. Lastly, I want to use this opportunity. To tell us that if you compare the cost of living, even among West African countries, you will appreciate the cost of living in Nigeria. The reason why I'm saying this, I'm telling you the truth, you can go and confirm, it's there in the public domain. Honorable members, I am neighboring a Cameroon Republic from my constituency, and it's the immediate country from my constituency. For you to have a haircut, in Cameroon Republic, it will cost you nothing less than 15,000 naira. But today in Nigeria, there is no salon that you can pay more than 5,000 naira. We must appreciate this. Last 2 months, I took a breakfast and ended up paying 25 pounds. In Nigeria, that particular breakfast cost me less than 2,500 naira. So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is a global issue. It's not peculiar to Nigeria alone. Our young men should understand this. We are appealing, we are pleading on our knees as young men to please consider peace for the country, so that at the end of the day, we will be out of our current situation. We thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Honorable.
The Speaker of the 10th Assembly. Dear honorable colleagues, my name is Benjamin Okezie Kalu. I represent the good people of Nigeria, starting from Ben, the federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Abia State. I rise to support this motion, all-important motion, timely motion, reasonable motion, nation-building motion. A motion that is laid on this floor with an appeal. It's only a man who is patriotic, who believes in nation building, who presents such motion. So I thank you, Honorable Isiaka, for being sensitive as a leader in Nigeria. I know many of us here are sensitive. Many of the representatives here are passionate about our country. That was why we left all the things we are doing to come, to be part of a government that will grow our nation. We have a problem. It is not in doubt, Mr. Speaker. There is no member here who disagrees with the point that there is a problem in Nigeria. But also there is no representative here who doesn't believe that problems that we refer to did not just arise overnight. It is a compilation of years of difficulties that piled up. There's an agreement in our mind also that 1 year is not enough to resolve hydra-headed problems. And as a solution hub, what we are here to do is to find the best plug to fit into the hole that will suit the pain of Nigeria. Nigeria is bleeding, we agree, we are also Nigerians. So I want to join the prayers of this motion to speak to the people of Nigeria. Your crying is right. Your complaint of hardship is right. But is the solution found in carrying placard and lining the streets? Is the solution found in copying a country lesser than us? The references that are made today to Kenya and all the rest of them, they are smaller countries to Nigeria. We are giant of Africa. We must provide a solution that is better and sustainable and lasting. That solution is not found in our children being killed on the streets while protesting. It's not found in our raising placard. It's found in supporting the policies of government and understanding that these policies need time to begin to materialize. Rome was not built in a day. In 360 days, the president of this country have not rested, have not gone on jamboree, has not gone to pursue shadows. He has been deliberately, intentionally laying foundation for a nation that needs that stability. And we have been supporting, and I thank the parliament for all the support. We have been giving support to all the policies of government with one single agenda in mind: the people, and the people. How to make our people better. And I want to say that we should support this motion, not only in this house, but in our various constituencies. Mr. Speaker, Ian Zauzau, the lover of peace, it's about time we take the message to our various constituencies and begin to appeal to them to be a little patient. Mr. President did not mince word when he said there will be difficult times, but it will not last forever. It is delayed gratification for greater gain. Let us wait a little longer. Let us not go to the streets. Hope is coming. We, your parliamentarians, are making sacrifice. Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal. Even if it means cutting our salary to help the provision of food for our people who are hungry, I want to appeal that the House look into that. I know our salary is not much, but even if it means we did that in COVID. During COVID, we cut our salary. We slice our salary and we help the people. This is a time that is calling for sacrifice. And I'm sure these people here are willing to make sacrifices for our people. Let them consider our appeal. Mr. Speaker, a gentleman here called me this morning, a member of the parliament. He said, we are young parliamentarians. We want to go to appeal to Nigerians, even if it means kneeling down, asking them to be a little patient. And this parliamentarian is not from APC. This parliamentarian is from opposition party. He said, I'm young, like those who are agitating. I am on social media, like those who are agitating. But I know the effort we are making here to make the nation great. If it means kneeling down to them, we will kneel. The parliament is calling on Nigerians. Please, bear with the government a little longer so that these policies will begin to see the light of the day. Thank you as I appeal to this House to in one voice support and be willing, if the leadership calls, for us to make sacrifices with our salary. Just a little pain for us to be able to provide food for our people. Thank you very much. Honorable colleagues, I remain Benjamin Okezekalo, represent the people of Nigeria, starting from the federal constituency. With your permission, the chair and honorable colleagues, I would like to amend the prayers, if the House so permit, that the members look into our salaries of, our salary is 500,000 naira. That we look at a percentage of that salary.
For point of correction, is 600.
Oh, 600, sorry. But my own doesn't get up to 600 when I receive it, sir. Maybe some deductions. But based on what you have said, Your Excellency, I'm moving that we amend that prayer to include that members sacrifice maybe 50% of our salary for a period of 3 months or 6 months to help Nigerians and to show that we are in support. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
To be specific.
Mr. Speaker, at least 6 months, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Any seconder to this amendment? Honorable Maki.
I'm Abubakar Maki, Eleman.
Yeah.
I'm from Jigawa State. I represent Maramaduru Kaugama Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion as amended by the Deputy Speaker. I so second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Aye. Those against you say nay.
Nay!
The ayes have it. We'll take 2 more contributions and then we put the question.
Mr. Speaker, point of order, please.